Okay, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Randy's Fest Shift. My name is Balakrishnan, and I was, like many of you here, one of Randy's many students. He has 43 graduated PhD students, and we all go by numbers. I'm number 13. It's an honor for me to serve as MC today, and we're excited to have everyone here and put together a program that I think should be pretty interesting. So Randy Katz is a terrific inspiration to all of us in his approach to his life and his work. So thank you, Randy, for providing us a great reason to get together here for this event in your honor. So thank you. This event reflects Randy's style and personality, and I'll explain what that means. To me, that means this has always been highlighted by a sense of optimism about the present and a focus on the future. It's really, there's a little bit about the past, but he's always optimistic about what is going on now and what will happen in the future. So when we got together many months ago, actually about 13 months ago, to start planning this event, Randy was insistent on a couple of things, a couple of ground rules. And one of them was that the focus of the symposium be on work that's currently happening and how it would influence the future. He really didn't want to hear about what we did 20 years ago or 15 years ago or 30 years ago. He was really insistent on the future. And moreover, I think Randy, more than anyone else that I know, has achieved tremendous success in his career and in his life, professional life, by providing a perfect environment for his students and his collaborators to thrive. So the focus of the program today is on his students. And that was the second ground rule. He wanted it to be about his students. And so although he has many eminent colleagues and collaborators, several of you are here, the focus is on what his students are up to. So that's really what you're going to get. And I think you'll see that my academic siblings are doing some very cool things in many different areas, and we'd like to share that with you. So I'd like to thank a few people. I'd like to thank all the speakers and panelists who've come from all around the world, including Portugal, India, and Taiwan. So we appreciate that. It's difficult to travel. We appreciate everyone coming here for it, and thank you. I would also like to thank, there are many, many people at Berkeley who put this together. I'll thank people as we go through the day, so you don't just see one list. But a person who's made my life and the life of the people who put this together really easy, a special round of applause, I think, to Carolyn Shenan, who's done a terrific job putting this event together. Thank you, Carolyn. She's at the back. So Randy organized this, wanted us to organize this like a conference. So there was a program committee, and there's a few people, fellow members of the program committee, Chenny Chua, Morley Mao, George Porter, Lakshmi Subramaniam, David Wood, who worked on organizing the sessions. So I would like them to stand up. Thank you, guys. So this is a perfect program committee. This is how all program committees and conferences should be run. We had no papers to review. The discussions were pretty easy because we just accepted the presentations of all our friends and ourselves, and then declared it to be a great program and got to come back to Berkeley. So this is pretty perfect. When we started putting the program together and thinking about how we wanted to do things today, there was one more person in our program committee. Randy's first PhD student, and someone who I'd gotten to know over many years of my professional career as a true gentleman and scholar as I've ever met, Professor Gaetano Borriello. And I used to tease him and call him first among equals among Randy's coterie of 43 plus PhD students and thousands of masters and undergraduate students. Several of us wrote papers with Randy, including some impactful ones, but only Gaetano had the pleasure of writing a book with Randy. And my understanding was that this collaboration was actually instrumental in Randy being able to keep his book current and fresh with new perspectives. So unfortunately, as many of you know, Gaetano had an untimely demise in February. But we moved forward. We had to build a program, and we're actually going to start with Randy talking about Gaetano, and then we're going to jump into our program. The program is a bunch of sessions, as you've seen. There's a session on big data, because these days you can't do anything in computer science without big data. There's a session on startups, because that's the other hot thing. Everybody wants to be an entrepreneur. There's a session on architecture and security and storage, because that's really how Randy started with databases and architecture. The session on mobility and multimedia, and on the future of graduate education, and finally on security, because you can't talk about computer science these days without security. So the only thing missing is IoT. We should try to correct that. So with that, I would like to welcome Randy to the stage, and we're going to start the program.